Rabbis and priests, welcome back to another video recap for fantasy football. This time we have week 7, 7 minutes in Evan. Quick note on last week, that was kind of an extra effort week. I liked Evan's video, of course. Mine was a little bit extra effort. This week is going to be back to normal a little bit because I'm a little busy. But next week, we're going to introduce some new segments. Hopefully you guys will like that one. So let's get to the scores from this week. Finally, someone beat me. Evan Schoenbach beat me by about 14 after the Giants sucked on Monday night. Evan Kleiman over Brad. We have Mitch with the lowest scoring, but yet is in second place with a win over Tambo. Shawnee with a giant win, the blowout of the week over Derek. And in one of the craziest finishes in Fantasy Football League history, some might say it was the first, Jeff beat Dave by about 0.7. A roller coaster of emotions, as they say, on Monday night as Odell scored to put Dave in the lead, but Saquon comes right back with the 2-point conversion and kills Dave. Moving to the Spyler Stat Corner, week 2 of that. My fun fact of the week is going to be most and least points from drafted players this season so far. So if we go to the record book here, you can see that I have the most points from drafted players with, I have the most points from drafted players with 728.2, which is an average of 104 points per week from drafted players. And the least points from drafted players goes to Evan Schoenbach, with 345.44 points, or an average of 49.34 per week. Meanwhile, the points from most post-draft acquisitions goes to the suspension squad, the other Evan, Evan Kleiman, with 424.18 points. The second part, the This Week in League History, week 7 wasn't so good, so I'm just going to give another stat. Jeff this week, in his defeat of Dave, set the season high for defensive points with 32. However, that was not the most all-time, as Rawls Deep 2.0, which was Brad in week 3 of 2016, put up 35 defensive points as he had the Chiefs against the Jets, and the Jets had 8 turnovers that day, and the Chiefs had 2 defensive touchdowns. That was a defeat. He defeated Sammy Sweaters, which was Mitch, by a score of, I believe it was 139 to 99. So Brad still holds the all-time record, but Jeff was sniffing it there this week. Moving right along to awards, I'd like to kick it off to myself, who is live on scene. Phil, take it away.
Thanks, Phil. I'm down here at the Texas State Capitol in Austin, Texas, home of the Texas Longhorns. Best team in the Big 12, better than Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Baylor, TCU, and the rest of the teams don't really matter. So without further ado, I'd like to present the Horns Up. Texas Longhorns are officially back award of the week. Back to you.
Thanks, Phil. So without further ado, I'd like to present the Horns Up. Texas Longhorns are officially back award of the week. It's his first of the year, and that would go to Jeffrey. Jeffrey now has the most points in the league with 839, while miraculously having the most points against with 871, which is a lot more than second place, which is Dave. So Jeff now has won 2 in a row. He kind of promised to get back on track here, and here he is in 6th place, right in the playoff spot. Let's see, Jeffrey this week has Tambo, a big 3-4 matchup, so Jeff can put himself in a great spot with a 3rd win in a row in week 8. The last award, before we get to the videos, is going to be the Millennial Participation Trophy Award, and that will unfortunately, or fortunately, depending who you are, goes to David Schulman, his first award of the year. Dave is now 1-6, has had heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak on Monday night, and it finally seems as if Dave has kicked the can. But you know what, Dave? We're going to give you a participation trophy this year as you were last year. Now, Dave's combined record in the last, 20 games is 3-17, I believe. Yeah, 3-17. So, draft strategy might need to change there, Dave. Luck might need to turn your way. Last 3 weeks, you've lost by 5 points or less. Sorry, Dave. Better luck next season, buddy. All right, that was that, and let's get to your videos.
Phil, the pain train has come to a screeching halt. Matt Breda, really? Love, Mom.
Evan, I know you won this week, but who in their right mind would start Corey Davis? I thought I raised you better. Love, Mom.
Attaboy, Sasser. You won despite Curse getting you 0. Well done. Some quality fantasy football playing. Love, Mom.
Brad, who starts Hooper over Burton? Bad move, Brad. You could have done better. Love, Mom.
David, I bet you thought you won this week after Beckham scored, but you didn't. Maybe if you had taken the garbage out like I asked, you would have.
Well, this is unexpected. I was like 90% sure we'd be talking about a win this week, but that did not happen.
Brad, how could you lose to me? There was no way you could lose to me. I was down Melvin Gordon and you had Todd Gurley. How could you lose to me?
Mitch, I can see you smiling through the camera from here. So, this is the week 7 recap? Yeah, week 7 recap. Played Kleiman and I lost. There's about 3 main reasons why I lost this week.
I mean, I guess if the scoring system were you get a point for each arm hair and or chest hair that we have, you definitely would have won, but that's unfortunately not the scoring system, so sorry.
So, 1 o'clock's ended, was looking pretty good. I didn't start Trey Burton.
And you also have the best player in the league in Trey Burton. How could you lose?
That was a mistake. We're going to touch on that in a second, though. 1 o'clock's ended, 4 o'clock's came around, Gurley did his thing, and yeah, 4 o'clock's ended, and I was pretty sure I was going to win. I mean, I had a very healthy lead. I thought maybe I could lose. The only way I really lose is if Kareem Hunt drops like 30 points, but nah, it's not going to happen. No, Sunday Night Football comes around. In all honesty, I didn't even watch the game. I've been watching Walking Dead at 9 on Sundays. They're killing Rick off. Total bullshit. But anyway, so, you know, Evan's texting me. Not Evan Kleiman, Evan Schoenbach, because, you know, he likes to make me nervous about the games. Hunt scores once. Like, hey, you nervous yet? I'm like, not nervous. Scores again. Like, it's a little problematic. Then he scores again. And then it started to be a problem. And I didn't think I'd lose even despite that, because I had Joe Mixon. But Mixon didn't do shit. He got like 5 fucking points. So that happened. Monday night rolls around. Down like 9. It's not looking great. And I just started Hooper. And I disrespected Trey Burton. You know, my team named Burton Ernie. He's always been the best player, and I disrespected him. And he said, fuck you, Brad. I'm going to get 18.5. And he did. Then I started Hooper, and Hooper absolutely shit the bed. He got me 5 goddamn points. Maybe it was 4.5. I don't remember. And I lost by 5. And, yeah. Fell flat on my face this week, and Mitch is now sitting in second place as arguably the worst 5-2 team of all time. So yeah, that's what happened.
I don't know. It's just really clear to me that everybody knows that I have the best team in the league at this point, so there's really not just that much more to say. I'll see you next week, Evan. Bye.
What's going on, guys? It's 7:50 on Sunday night. I wouldn't normally make this video now, but I think after this week where Derek's team collectively forgot to play, I think this is basically as safe a lock as it's going to get. Half my team hasn't gone yet. Quarterback, receiver, running back. None of them have played. But again, I think this is a safe W so far. Derek, good game. Please stop trying to trade for Hopkins. I don't want to give him back to you. I know you miss him. And also, please stop trying to give me all of your tight ends. George Kittle is good, and I don't need to carry 6 in a league where we can only play 1. So, having said that, Mitch, you do not deserve any wins. Not one. You have the least points in the entire league, and you're in 3rd place, and I hate you for that.
Let's talk about Jeff. Jeff doesn't get enough shit. Jeff just kind of throws shit in the group chat whenever he feels like, doesn't really hang out with the league, doesn't really say much, just sits back there and throws shade. Doesn't have the best team, but doesn't catch any shit. So this is all directed at you, Jeff. You know what? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself sitting on my trades, never text me back. You know what? You're just like the least contributing member of the league. And fuck you.
Your best player is Latavius Murray, who was somebody that I drafted in the last round of the draft, and then I dropped him because I thought he was trash. And you picked him up, and he has carried your team to 3rd overall. So you don't deserve anything. I hate you, and I hate your face. Phil's next week. Looks like you might end up being 7-0. Congratulations on that. Very impressive. I'm looking forward to our matchup. I'm going to be hit pretty hard with buys. The Falcons are off, which means half my team is not going to be playing. Julio and Coleman both out. Also, thanks to the ingenious trade I made with Dave for Fournette, I'm going to be hit there too. He won't play. So it's going to be a tough workaround, but looking forward to it, and I'll talk to you guys next week.
Alright guys, week 6 is in the books. I just finished watching the Giants game, and that was the craziest ending I've ever seen. But another week and another win for Heinz Ketchup. The streak is continuing at 3 consecutive wins, and I am 5-2 miraculously. I know Sean is throwing some shade at me in his video. I just want to say thanks for Latavius Murray, man. I really appreciate it. Dave, you're just the unluckiest person alive, and I don't even know what to say, dude. That is so ridiculous. This week I'm playing Derek, and Derek just scored 67 points, and he just got a misdemeanor, so things are not looking too great for him right now. I'm excited to see what happens next week. A lot of trades are going to happen around the NFL and within our fantasy league. Yeah. I keep winning, guys. Come on, someone's got to take me down. Hopefully it's Derek, because Derek's actually a fantasy guru, but I think I might be. Mr. Billy Bean, I'm coming after you. Also want to say Brad, huge shout out for not starting Trey Burton this week. Dropping from 2nd to 4th. I beat you week 1. Yeah, man, keep it up. Making some really smart decisions out there.
Dave, how the hell are you? It's been 2 days since Monday, and I need to be completely honest with you. On Monday, I did help you with your last rep of bench press. I told you it was all you when you were putting up 2 plates, 2.5. It wasn't all you. You asked again, I told you it was all you, but I helped you. I'm sorry, it was time to come clean, but something else happened on Monday, and it involves, sick on these nuts, baby. Yeah, what the fuck? You had it with that Odell touchdown, and then you did not have it. And just like that, on another Monday night David Shulman debacle, your season's over. Shit. God, I don't even know, but Tambo, you are next week. Zeke's on bye, so I guess it'll be a little interesting. I still should win, you know. Tambo's one of those games you don't circle it on your schedule, you know. But if you're not careful, he could sneak up on you and, you know, maybe pull out a dub. Fuck, man. Good luck. I'm still recovering from whatever the fuck happened on Monday. I'm using my bullshit video Sean pass for this week, boys. So talk to you next week.
Hey guys, coming to you not from New Jersey. As you can see, there's palm trees behind me, so a little bit of a sneak peek for next week, for my awards next week, as I did for this week's awards. But coming to you from a sad occasion, I wasn't able to complete the first ever undefeated season. I really thought I had a shot at that. Adam Thielen came out of the box hot with that 30-yard touchdown against the Jets. Thought it was going to be another easy win. But no, my team took a nice dump. Evan's team didn't do that well this week. I just kind of shit the bed. A few thoughts on my team. LaShawn McCoy is a goddamn snake. The worst draft pick I've ever had. Gets hurt on the second play of the game. Bangs his head on the ground and out for the game. Fuck you, LaShawn McCoy. Matt Breida, you're a pig. Fumbles, minus 0.5, and then tweaks his ankle again. Only 5 carries in the 49ers game. You stink. Evan Ingram, you're a rat. The whole Giants stink, but Evan Ingram, you. Worst pick also. Moving on to next week, we have Shawnee with a bit of a depleted lineup. He's kind of underselling himself, saying, oh, Fournette's out, this and that. But I think Shawnee's going to put up a good fight. James White's not bad. And my team's a little banged up. My running backs are terrible. Another thing, Alex Collins, 2 plays at the 1-yard line and they run Lamar Jackson twice. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, so I'm kind of sad. 6-1, but we got to beat the teams we need to beat if we're in first place and we want to be a championship caliber team. So that's what we're going to do this week. And thanks. See you guys.
Okay, good evening, fellow Latka lovers and Christmas cuties. We bring you episode 2 of the fastest 2.5 minutes. The Pain Train Stops. Hope you all enjoy this one, and if you don't, well, that's okay too. Let's get rolling. This Thursday night football game between the Cardinals and the Broncos was so boring that I actually decided to watch the NBA instead. I feel like that's all that needs to be said about this one. It was another beautiful Sunday where we got 12 hours of straight football. Keenan Allen was throwing a temper tantrum in the end zone, and so was I, because Corey Davis gives Sean a run for his money for biggest scrote boy on the planet. Ever since his initiation to Judaism, Tariq Cohen has been playing like an absolute star of David, scoring in 3 straight weeks. I hope you all saw his bar mitzvah, because it was quite the show. In the 4 o'clock games, Matt Breida Filter appeared to be injured early, but he turned out to only be hurt. He came back into the game later and fumble! What? Things were looking kind of grim though, after the Rams D put on a show, but anything is possible with everybody's favorite team besides Phil and Screwboy, the Kansas City Chiefs. Pat Mahomes put up 350 yards and 4 scores, finding Tyreek Hill in the end zone for a really unnecessary one. Andy Reid, you savage. Let's go now to our MVP, Pat Mahomes, on an interview. So, we beat the Bengals on prime time, and I thought I played pretty good out there. A lot of people are calling me the GOAT, but I definitely don't live in a petting zoo, so I don't see how I could be a GOAT. Alright, time to review all the matchups from Week 7. I'm a little tired, but here we go. There's not much to be said about the Mitch and Tambo game, besides that Tambo may not win another game this entire season, and Mitch's team, somehow 5-2, is straight trash, but he keeps finding ways to win. MVP of this one has got to go to Temple, Emmanuel Sanders. What? Derek's team put up a season-low 67 points, while he officially smashes the panic button. MVP of this one has got to go to his injured, backup, tight end on his bench, Rob Gronkowski. What? We're officially putting Dave on suicide watch, as he had to watch another miserable Monday night meltdown. But at least he's being really humble about it, and not bitching to a single person about his bad misfortunes this season. What? But MVP of this one has still got to be Saquon These Nuts Barkley. May he rest in peace. And now, the matchup you're all waiting for. Brad versus Evan. Brad's gonna get a lot of shit this week, because he changed his team name to Legatron, which had to mean
only one thing, and that means he automatically has to bench Trey Burton, his real tight end. Kareem Hunt outscored Joe Mixon on Sunday Night Football by about 25 points, but I don't know the exact number because I'm not a nerd. MVP of this one has got to be Austin Hooper.
Hello, gentlemen. If you're watching this, it means that I am dead at the hand of Matty Ice, Saquon Barkley, and the Broncos defense. This will be my video will, where I will be leaving my worldly possessions to you guys. I would like to start off with Mitch and Tambo, who I will leave all of my good players because you genuinely need them. Your teams are awful. Moving on to Derek, I will leave all of my money and everything I'm worth because you genuinely feel my pain, and I respect that. Moving on to Sean, I will leave you my pube shaver so you can shave off that tranny beard you have currently. To Sasser, I will leave you my cock because you are in desperate need of an upgrade. To FC, I leave you my quarterback. Good luck trading him. To Jeff, I leave you nothing. Fuck you. Nothing. To Brad, I leave you all of my non-V-neck shirts. For the love of God, hide your chest. And to Phil, I leave my luck. You are in desperate need of some bad fucking luck. So I've come to realize within the past day that these standings 1, 2, and 3 are exactly opposite of the points against 1, 2, and 3. Meaning Phil has the least points against, Mitch has the second least points against, and Sasser has the third least points against. I am glad you guys are earning these victories instead of being gifted them by other people not scoring enough points. It's great to see, and you really deserve it. You really do. So that is all. If I lose again, the funeral will be next week. Thank you.